In the bottom right, playing Valder, we have Spacefront, aka Martin. And in the top left, we have Zeronix, also playing Valder. Valder is a very good pick on this map. It is a one-racks map. Lots of opportunities for hitting villages with your commander. So Valder is able to build up a large force of skeletons, and because it's a one-racks map, he benefits a lot from being able to have those opportunities of building up an army with his commander on top of also being able to only build out of one barracks. So Baldur himself will have a lot of opportunities to create a large amount of the army that he's going to be able to use on this first. Ooh, Zeronix being going very deep there, but there's 3 merfolk on this side. It's actually kind of difficult to punish because you have to put your merfolk on land to kill. Like, you have to use 3 merfolk to kill 1 sword. And we might see... I don't know if the merfolk would go down, but he's definitely going to get a crit punish. So gold efficiency wise... Oh wow, 1%. Yeah, that's a big amount of forces. Zeronix just sending his entire army up to this side. Tiny little force on the south. And we're seeing a heal go down on that merfolk? Just for that merfolk? Okay.
By my hand, rise.
Spacefront being very aggressive. He's going to get a sword crit there. Zeronix, this thief, going to be able to get out of there. Yeah, he's just going to use the balloon. Get his forces back. And there isn't really much Spacefront can do. But, you know, Spacefront has 3 villages he can hit here. Capture 1. Go for that decap. So, yeah. Zeronix manages to get in and out. Does a big steal. And they both have Groove again, so... We're going to be hearing Rise from Your Grave a lot this match.
By my hand, rise.
Or by my hand, rise. How is he going to use this? I think he's probably going to, yeah, hit that from the left. And we're back in real time. So where is he going to use this balloon? And let's just take a quick look at the economy. Zeronix ahead a little bit. There's a lot of gold this turn. Was able to deposit that money, so... And thieves... Generally, you're actually okay with them being on low health. As long as you can... Because you'll only ever really see them heal up if you're being... like, aggressive with them. So, like, putting them in a position where you know they're going to get hit but won't get killed. But a thief will do the same job at low health as it will at high health. I did see someone suggest that a thief should only do as much damage to a structure as it has health, which I think is an interesting idea. But for now, a low health thief is as effective as a high health one. And something very interesting to note here is Spacefront's been putting a lot of money into Merfolk. He's got 4 up here and 2 down here. They're not going to be very useful against like, this dragon, for example. Or this land army, really. He's in a bit of a tough one. And yeah, he's just going to throw his merfolk in these sea tiles here. I think the idea is he's just going to get ready to defend his headquarters. Try not to get overrun on this land front. This is a lot of merfolk. And second mage comes out because if your opponent has a dragon, you need 2 anti-air units, because if they manage, they could sacrifice a lot to pick off 1. And that's where the dragon's like real value comes in, is because like as soon as you kill the anti-air they have, it doesn't matter if you have to sacrifice a lot for it. It's not as impactful on a smaller map like this because you can get your anti-air reinforcements to the front quite quickly.
By my hand, rise.
But ooh, what's he gonna do with the sword actually? Baldur can just kill anything. Like, he can't capture this really. But yes, anti-air. As soon as all the anti-air is off the field, like, the dragon can just do whatever it wants. And it will do a lot of damage very quickly. Oh, he goes for the capture. And he builds a wall, which can get broken very easily. Like, Valder walks forward, hits the sword. You almost want to throw the mage in. Don't know how good an idea that is. Oh, you could put a spear. No, he's gonna put a spear back here. Okay, I guess he's gonna get ready for a counter attack. And yeah, he gets his merfolk ready. Probably gonna see this one come back even. Maybe heal these. Using not even this village, really. Like, you want to heal maybe like this one off this and this one off that. Or just ignore them, and you know, the dragon's going to come up on this front, deal a huge amount of damage. You can just pick off merfolk one at a time. Okay, he heals the 4 health one. Is he actually going to do anything with this one? Just moves the air range of the enemy merfolk. Dragon can't come in and hit. And the Spacefront's on the big back front. Now the merfolk do give you the option of, if your opponent does go too deep, there's a lot of indirects that can hit. So if they put themselves in a really bad position, then these will do a lot of damage. And just the threat of the merfolk actually means that you have to respect them, because they do, how much damage do they do to land? 40? And that's their non-crit. So it's not really hitting very hard, but you have a lot of them, then they do add up. Like, how much do they do to, they do like 20 damage to cavalry, so again, not a lot, but it's enough to actually like make quite a difference. I mean, this is 60 normally, so something like merfolk commander mage will actually, I think, consistently kill cavalry, yeah. Whereas like commander mage wouldn't necessarily. Or you would at least lower the counterattack damage. He goes for the crit on this. Not 100% sure how I feel about that, because now he can't really break through. I guess. Oh, I know what he was going for. That's a 90 average roll, which means like a hex would have broken that line. He could have just like sent a lot of stuff through. But I don't know if really attacking into this is a great idea. Like, he could have done like a little bit of damage and created a wall here. But if he wants to keep going, then he's gonna have to sacrifice quite a bit. Because there's just so much that can counterattack here, and you know, you've got these merfolk as well. this merfolk as well. So you're only gonna do a little bit of damage to this force. Like you could kill like the 2 swords, maybe a dog, and then you're gonna eat like dog, spear, mage, commander. 3 merfolk are in range, and this sword. So like this is quite a lot to counterattack. And then like you don't have a huge amount to follow up after that because like your army's up here, you've got this dragon. Well, the dragon will be in position to hit back, so yes, it is an awkward position to be in. I think the idea there was that the sword would crit, do 90 damage or more. This is quite a low roll. And then you hex to follow up, and that breaks this formation. And then you can do stuff like have the commander go and kill a dog, have the knight go in and kill the other dog. Or commander kills the dog, knight kills this mage. But Zeronix has a bunch of options. Like he could just ignore this, go for this village instead with Folder. Use his merfolk down here. There isn't actually a counterattack opportunity, so the dragon can safely hit this village from either side. So yeah, like little victories like that. He's got this thief, which he's actually going to heal up. Gets it to 90. So this now threatens all 3 of these villages. Okay, Zeronix, yeah, he's just gonna pull back and heal. Takes this village. Oh, it doesn't kill it though. That's unlucky. Right, he's just gonna knock it down. Zeronix getting all the low rolls just now. I'm just looking at like what can possibly punish him. Not much, there's just a couple swords that can reach in a dog. Nothing significant. Like you're looking at what, like merfolk, injured merfolk hit. There's a sword suicide before that, and then you've got like sword plus dog. And like the swords could be crits. That's about as good as I can see. But I don't think so. That seems like a bit of a waste to go for. He's gonna knock down that village because why not? Nothing can really punish it. Dragon goes, hits that village. So look, what's the damage this turn? He's gonna have 800 income next turn. Zeronix is looking like he's in a good spot. So this merfolk has a lot of options to hit things, but it has to go on land and quite deep to actually hit anything. So probably not going to see it go for anything. And they're both just kind of licking their wounds right now, figuring out what to do next. There's a lot of road on this map, so dragons do a lot of damage. Boulder could potentially hit this from the south. Oh, the merfolk could hit though. And you'd only be dealing with like, I guess, sword suicide, knight, dragon hex. So if he kills the sword, then it's not such a big deal. And of course, this mage is going to use this balloon to get somewhere. Takes the sword down. Goes for the capture. He can do this safely because Valder's already injured. So Well, already injured, and he's about to build Groove next turn anyway, so no matter what he hits, he's going to have Groove, even if he hits nothing. Spacefront's just like in an awkward spot. Gets the Witch. Makes a lot of sense. Witches can cover the naval front for the dragon, so that helps a lot, because otherwise the dragon could just hit up here for free and you just win on a naval front that way, which is a much bigger deal than you would expect. Like, there is like a bit of an income lead you can build here. You can decap your opponent's port. Like, you can hit from this tile, so like this becomes available all times. Ooh, these merfolk are becoming landfolk. So they're gonna have opportunities to punish overextensions. And they are staying away from the enemy merfolk. Because if a dragon comes in, hits one of them, then suddenly they're outnumbered against the two remaining merfolk. And the dragon still exists up there. This witch is going to take a while to get anywhere near the front line. At least on this front. And the other very important thing about the witch is they prevent other witch crits. So if you put one next to a balloon, this witch can't really kill the balloon anymore. That becomes a very useful blocker. And also things like Hex opens up lethal opportunities that wouldn't exist otherwise. The amount of times where you're sitting as a player being like, oh, I'd love to kill my opponent's commander if I could consistently do it. And then you realize you need like 3 high rolls in a row. Whereas Hex means that that's suddenly 3 normal rolls in a row. Because not only does it do 10% damage, but that's also slightly less terrain defense as well that your opponent gets. So it does more than 10% damage. It's a bit deceiving in that way. And for people joining, good morning. This is Groove of War 5. We're in Game 2 of the semifinals between Spacefront and Zeronix. Spacefront's really thinking about this, but unlike yesterday, he was playing really fast up until this point. So even though he's taking quite a bit of time on these turns, it's not as bad. Turn 9 yesterday, I think he only had like 20 minutes left or 15 minutes left on the clock. He'd spend a lot of time per turn. Whereas today, he's playing a bit quicker. Alright, just moves Folder into this forest. He's going to threaten to hit this village next turn, because he knows he can decap it. And it also keeps him available to hit other stuff. Mage comes up here. That makes sense. It's a nice fortified position. This merfolk will protect this mage from the north. Only the dragon can kill it. And if a dragon goes in, it will just die. So this one makes... Ooh, more landfolk. Okay. And actually, funnily, because this person is injured, he can't kill this dog. I don't think he would even be able to kill him normally. Well, I guess a Hex would open it up, but because he's injured, his options for damaging things are slightly more limited, and the mage is so far back he can't heal before he does anything, so there's no kind of tempo play there. So what's going to come out? I mean, he can Knight crit and Dragon hit. those are the only things that are actually in reach there. So he could seriously injure Baldur, but he can't kill him. If there was like a dog in range, I think that would actually be lethal, but because you like Thief Steal here, Night Hit from underneath, Dragon Hit, and then like you throw a dog in and a Witch Hex. Or you do the Hex first even, but... Okay, Zeronix is just gonna put more pressure on this southern front. Probably gonna see a Harpy come out next turn just to fight this off. Otherwise he's gonna start losing his production. Like he's gonna lose this hideout, he's gonna lose this village. Income's gonna be even further behind, so Zeronix is just gonna build more and more of a lead. Okay, right, he's gonna open up this. I assume he's gonna use a sword next. Using Baldur seems like a little bit of a waste. Oh, no, he uses the Hex. And that's actually a really good Hex. Does a lot of damage. Can be punished by the mage, so if Spacefront, if Zeronix doesn't do this next bit right, then he's gonna lose a bunch of units. We could even see something like this Thief steals from underneath or on top. On top would mean it would die, but it would also wall and would force a steal. That's a little dangerous. Just because you've got one Merfolk crit, one Merfolk hit. I don't think anything else can really reach. So he's safe for the moment. Oh, actually there's like another Merfolk hit as well. Oh, well he's gonna pick a Merfolk off. He's actually straight up gonna sacrifice this dragon. And yeah, he's gonna use the Thief, and this is gonna wall, and this sword will come through and hit the Merfolk. That's a big hit, actually. Crit! Makes sense. And Zeronix, he's just pushing for the finisher here. The downside is that a lot of this stuff can die in return. How will Spacefront retaliate? Because this dragon can just die. Like, you could pop this balloon, pop the dragon, or at least like severely injure it. Witch Hex hits like basically everything. Good morning, Cleaner Code and Fraser Door. Yeah, Zeronix is really ahead. But it isn't over yet. Ooh. Low health Merfolk fight. Depending on what the rolls were, this could have actually died. I believe. Okay. Oh, that's a really good high roll. And if it was like 1 point higher, this would be a dead dragon right now. Because a hex would have come in and killed it. That would have opened up a bunch of different options for attack paths. Alright, we're just gonna see Merfolk come in. I would actually, I think, open the spear up to hit. I believe. Yep. Doesn't kill. Alright, so Hex is probably gonna come in at some point. But this opens up. And what do you do here? Do you go for the thief or do you finish the dragon? You have to really think about this. That capture makes a lot of sense. This injured sword is not going to be able to contribute too much down here. He's really having to consider this. Because if you kill the thief, and I believe a mage will kill a thief. 90 average roll on a road, so it's an average roll, and then you got Hex. So Hex would guarantee it. And Hex would kill this sword, bring this down to 1%. That's a big amount of damage that needs to be healed. Would injure this other witch. Just like injure this army as well. Okay, like you're potentially opening up suicides. Oh, that lives on 1%. Oh, like if he had like slightly better rolls this turn, because I think the spear might have been able to kill the sword as well. You have to Hex. Like you just have to, because that is so much gold sitting there. You kill an extra unit, you deal lots of damage to other stuff as well. An 11% dragon can still actually do some damage, so he's gonna Hex. He's gonna kill 2 units. That gives him money back this turn. So this Hex gave him money in return. Like it was an actually even cost Hex. Now the difficult bit here is, what are you gonna do with like this? What are you gonna build out your barracks? There isn't enough money for a harpy this turn. Because if he'd killed that without having to Hex, I still think a Hex would have been a good idea anyway, just because of the sword. He could have built harpy and a dog this turn. And the harpy would have warded off the south. And he would have had to build the harpy there. But yeah, the harpy would have kept the south safe. And he would have had an extra dog to fight with. But that of course wasn't the case. And now got like this 1% dragon, which is a bit annoying, but it's also annoying for Zeronix because he then has to like think about, well, how am I going to use this 1% dragon? Like drop mage heal on it probably, but okay, and he's just going to sacrifice this merfolk. I think he's just given up on this front, but he's going to win the north front. Like, there's only one merfolk here that has a decent amount of health left. So a bunch of healing will take place up here. Alright, he's going to get a mage. Just because, I mean, he could potentially lose both mages. So because of that, like he needs, yeah, he could lose both mages, and like this witch could take a lot of damage in theory. It's like you would heal the dragon back up, so you kind of want this mage. And also the extra mages are just really strong in this position, because there's a lot of stuff that doesn't trade super well with them. Like gold efficiency wise, dogs trade well with mages, but actually like in a fight a mage will just beat the dog. straight up. Especially if a mage is able to get a crit. This witch is in a good position. This balloon cannot be popped because the witch can't be killed. It can be hit, but it won't die for it. Oh, and here comes Zeronix. He's going to start doing damage on this front. Picks off the merfolk. Really just pushing a big advantage over here. He does actually have to heal this dragon to some degree, because otherwise a hex will finish it off. Okay, how are you going to finish this? Because Knight will kill a mage. I think it will actually kill a mage on road. Yeah, that should kill. I will also kill this mage. I think that's more of a roll because 89% versus 93. But it will definitely kill this one. He's just continuing to push, like he's going to have a big economy advantage. He's got 1400 to 800 this turn. Getting messages. Okay, it's nothing too important. And then, right, so he sets up a dog crate using the balloon. It's a good play.
Rise from your grave.
Gonna set up sword. Is that sword crit gonna come down to try and kill? Right, one. Alright, I guess he's gonna use the injured sword and then have the knight run around and hit this mage. Oh, he doesn't even need to use the injured sword. He could just hex. Yeah, he goes for the big hex. Dragon walks back. Heals a little. Just enough, 21%. And Knight's going to come and finish that off, especially with the hex. Made that guaranteed. And Mage Shield follow up. Good idea. So 41% Dragon is still quite a nice threat. Especially given that he can double Mage Heal it as well. Oh, lots of lovely people in chat this morning. Hope everybody's doing well. Spacefront just really on the back foot still. He's gonna have to... If he wants to win this front up here, he has to heal his merfolk. Otherwise, if he does that, like, he's losing down here really badly. He's 600 behind on income, and he's 13, so that's 7 units down. Heals this merfolk up using the hideout. So he's just gonna sacrifice the hideout. In theory, this could get captured and a thief could get built from it. what's going to be the punish here? Spear plus sword will kill, like, spear plus sword crit should kill this. So, it's definitely an option. But I honestly think he's just so far behind he can't come back. There's too much pressure here. He doesn't really have a good punish on this witch either. 31. Ooh, actually I don't know if a sword crit will kill now. So he's just gonna straight up just go for a dog. He has to leave this open on this front. Because if he puts an air blocker, our mage will kill it. Yeah, just puts the balloon there. And yeah, you can't even move a witch here to hit. So I guess witch is gonna come here or here. And he's just gonna hold down and back. Doesn't kill the balloon. I honestly like a mage is gonna walk up and kill that. So, and yeah, this witch can kill this. Yeah, I think he's just gonna get overrun this turn. There's really not much that can be done. Builds the merfolk. I guess he's gonna try and heal up here. Guess the heal. He just doesn't have gold. So far behind. Like, the early thief play really hit the economy hard. Like, it gave Zeronix the ability to build a dragon. And that dragon just had value the whole game. Gonna block up here. These are just gonna die. I guess it'll give him like 2 decent health. But actually, I wonder if he should just attack in that position. Because sure, like, you're forcing these to attack this turn. And they won't heal, and then you'll have like 2 full health merfolk. But that's not actually gonna reach. 1, 2, so it's only going to be able to reach there or there. And I think Zeronix just goes to absolute complete destruction this turn. You see stuff like this hideout gets killed and captured potentially. This merfolk can go down through a combination of like dragon maybe comes and hits this merfolk. Very safe for it to do that. Like, this goes and kills here. Gonna take this village down. Keeps the knight alive. Yep. Witch goes down. Absolutely worth trading a mage for a witch in almost every circumstance. Yep, he's just gonna use that, and then gets the capture on the enemy hideout. And here, you just build a thief, and you steal from the strongholds, or you steal from. You steal this village, or this, and there's like nothing your opponent can do to stop it. And yeah, he's just doing a lot of damage this turn. So few units left, and he's gonna put this balloon in the way. And that's so annoying because he can't hit this witch anymore. He would need to clear this sword in order to hit the witch. And I think Zeronix is just so far ahead. He has twice his opponent's units, twice his opponent's... Oh, more than twice his opponent's units. Twice his opponent's income. Yeah, like, a Spacefront, I would just hit GG. This commander is not somewhere that can get killed. I guess he's gonna try and clear here. Run the mage down, kill the witch. Yep. And do what he can to fight it out. I mean, he could still potentially win. Like, Valdor could walk into a stupid position and get killed. Always a possibility. Could see this merfolk go forward and hit maybe the knight. Maybe this mage as well. Finish off with the dog, or even finish with the sword, depending how much health it has left. No, actually, I don't think that would. Oh, actually, we get very close. That is a sword crit. It had like a little bit more health. That was a really good roll there, actually. But I think instead, you might even just capture this village. Balder's about to have groove anyway. No, it just runs back. And he's not out of it yet. This is actually enough force to kill a commander if he walks forward, so... You never know. I would really like to see... I would have said a harpy come out here, because the harpy would deny all of this. But he's just going to keep building mages. Mages actually do threaten the balloons a lot. Especially given that he's probably going to lose this one, so yeah, he needs a second mage, thinking about it. And all he, like, the best move he can do is like try and heal this, I guess. Or at least push it back. Yeah, pushing it back to there means the merfolk... Oh, this merfolk can reach, so that could just finish it off. He has so much gold. It's actually kind of ridiculous. And he can even push this even further. Ooh. Commander on a road. Kills the mage. Balloon, actually you put balloons here and there's nothing that can be done. Dragon, alright, dragon also works. I guess like 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this could like heal from here. Then you got another dragon in range, and you got like an injured dragon in range. Might even see a mage heal get dropped here, just to make this a bit tankier. This dog suddenly becomes more difficult to clear. Because I think, how much damage do you do to a dog? 70, so a high roll from a full health dog could do it. Or you send the sword in first as a suicide. Oof. Yep, and here comes the thief. He can just steal from tower, from the port. You just build like a second thief even from there, and you just like continually spam deals. And yeah, so he's just super far ahead. These balloons and this dragon are just such a painful wall. He's gonna try and fight his way out though. I'll give him props for that. This can kill the knight. Like, I mean, this front up here is gonna get crushed. He's gonna lose both of his ports next turn. Oh, he can move his commander back. I think he realizes the stronghold isn't dead next turn. Like, if this knight had healed off this village, it would have set up for a crit, which would have made a big deal. But he's gonna keep fighting. But yeah, there's like 2 dragons on top of your army. You can't really fight back against that. And these balloons are such a pain as well. Like, if you had a witch, you could just hex, do so much damage, it would pop on the balloons, you could run forward, kill this dog. He builds a witch. And actually, given the circumstances, like if he builds a mage there, this runs and hits it. He's going to heal this sword for a little bit of health. I mean, Zeronix is technically running a little bit low on like fighting units on this front. Like he's got an injured dragon, an injured dog, and an injured knight. So Spacefront just keeps holding, like, I'm just gonna use fighting game terminology here. If he keeps holding down back, keeps blocking, like he's in a really disadvantageous position, but ooh, he's gonna even injure the knight more. He's refusing to give up. But Zeronix, here's what's gonna happen. He could build a second thief here, steal from it using that, and use this thief to steal from one of these. He can take out the port this turn. If he wanted to. I mean, he's got a dragon as well. This could easily kill either of these merfolk. Ooh, big merfolk hit. Big merfolk crit on that mage, sorry. Dog's gonna come in, finish it off.
Rise from your grave.
We're gonna see sword crit onto this. Yep. I guess the knight will finish it off. Yep. And then what next? Oh, yeah, that's a good mage heal. Just keeps Valder safe. Keeps this dragon healthier. Thief still in the village? Okay. Decaps that port. Second thief comes out. Makes sense. That thief's probably going to steal the tower next. Or the stronghold. Okay, dragon comes down. And he really can't clear any of this at all. Just going to hit this port. Bam, bam. That's going to go to next turn. This is down this turn. He's only got 2 production facilities left. And the mage covers the tower is the other thing. So the tower can only build from even just here. Yeah, you can only build from this tile. This one has 200 gold at the start of the turn. You can't even hex. He's that far behind. And I think I will give massive props to Spacefront for sticking out this far. But when you're 13 units against 43, I don't think you can bring it back. Zeronix is just playing way too safe with his commander. He has 2 dragons sitting on top of you. He's gonna try and fight it. But I think that's the only actual hit he can do this turn. Like, he can attack this merfolk with his merfolk. Heals the sword up. Gonna use like 100 of his gold just to heal. Oh, I mean, I guess that opens up hitting the dog. Oh, he's gonna push further back. And at this point, your stronghold's just dead. It's open on 4 sides. You've got 2 dragons and a commander sitting next to it. He might even be able to kill Volder instead too. Like this comes forward and hits. I mean, obviously, like you're gonna do your thief stuff as well. Oh no, he's just gonna move his balloon. They're not gonna go for like the Volder kill. He's just gonna thwack this a bunch of times with dragons. 1, that does 38%. 2. I'm not even doing the math on that one. Goes for the steal. Oh, that's so BM. And he's gonna knock it down. Okay, Zeronix, you made your point. Don't have to be that mean about it. Well played to Zeronix, taking it 2 over Spacefront. Spacefront still gets to do the bronze match, so not out of it yet, and is guaranteed at least $100 in prize money, so at the end of the day, that's not too bad, not too shabby. But he still has his 3rd place match. We're going to see who that will be against. Later today, it's Shu versus Sneaky Dragon. I have not woken up just yet, right? But Spacefront going to face the loser of those two. Zeronix going to go and face the winner of Shu and Sneaky Dragon in the finals. So Zeronix, the Groove of War 2 champion. So it has been several Groove of Wars since we have seen Zeronix in the finals. And yeah, will we see him pull it out and win again? I guess we're gonna find out.